I'm gonna be honest. I didn't think I was gonna be talking about this today. I run a gaming channel, so I'm going to assume most of you haven't read The Great Gatsby. Our narrator, Nick, moves into a place near New York known as the West Egg. Here, he meets a super rich person named Gatsby. Out on the other side of the lake live some other important people: Jordan, Daisy, and Tom. Nick heads over to meet with Daisy and Tom and finds out that their relationship is on the rocks. Gatsby loves Daisy, and Nick is the code-through character for all of the shenanigans. The thing is, Nick isn't the main character of the story. It's, well, Gatsby. Nick is writing about Gatsby, the man with the giant house and desperate leaps for love, the house of cards, and how it crumbles in the end. In this video, I'm not going to be talking about Gatsby. Nick already wrote a book about the guy. I'm talking about Nick, and how he relates to Pokemon Sun and Moon. First, let's talk about Nick's role in the story. We've established he's a pass-through character for certain events to take place. He knows both Daisy and Gatsby uses Nick to see Daisy. Nick gets wrapped up into all sorts of stuff he has no say in. He doesn't have an effect on the plot. Now let's look at Pokemon Sun and Moon. You, as the player, end up getting wrapped up in all sorts of family drama that's not correlated to your goals. You meet a bunch of characters, get wrapped up into their problems, and in Ultra Moon, end up saving an entire dimension. The best example of this is when Lucamine is about to jump into that weird vortex thing. Lily begs her not to do it, but she's all like, "I'm capable, I can do this," or whatever, and then she goes to fight you. Like, why me? In a room full of competent Pokemon trainers. And, well, Lily, I guess. Why me? I'm not part of the family or have any special connection to anyone except, like, Hal. And just, so why? Lily ends up dragging you into her personal life, and there's no escape. This is exactly how Nick feels during The Great Gatsby. Nick is constantly getting dragged into situations against his will. Someone's personal drama comes up, and Nick is always there to write about it. There's a scene in The Great Gatsby where Gatsby and Tom are arguing, and Nick tries to leave the room, but gets yelled at by Gatsby. You and Nick are both pass-through characters in your respective stories, stuck in whatever situation everyone else is in. By being a pass-through character in Pokemon, you get to more easily put yourself into the game. By Nick being a pass-through character in The Great Gatsby, he can highlight the story onto other characters. This leads to the characters being kinda boring, which is a good thing in both cases. It's pretty dang smart and cool to look at from a writer's perspective. It can hinder both of the stories depending on how the reader looks at it, though. I played through Pokemon Sun and Moon and was a Nick about most things. I didn't want to become wrapped up in other people's drama, and I didn't feel like I propelled any of the story. It felt like I was getting dragged into situations by Lily when other players might have felt something completely different. It's how you read the story that can make it more or less meaningful. I was a Nick throughout Pokemon, so that's why I began to see similarities in these two stories. Now, getting back into comparisons, there is a character in The Great Gatsby that fills in the role Lily plays in Pokemon. I'm talking about the one and only Jordan Baker. I saw Lily in about the same light Nick sees Jordan in The Great Gatsby. Both Jordan and Lily end up dragging you/Nick into a bunch of drama you don't ask for. Another thing is the romantic subplot. Nick never says he fell in love with Jordan. Nick was just a leading male character, and Jordan was a leading female character. They had no one else to hold on to. This matches up pretty well with you and Lily. I guess there's sort of an exception if you're a girl, or just like men, I guess. You could fill that role in with Hal, or you could ship yourself with Gladion. I don't understand how shipping works, and I usually try to avoid it. Pro tip though, you cannot escape the ships. I've tried. it doesn't work. The last comparison I'll make is this. Your choices don't matter. In Pokemon Sun and Moon, you can't leave the family drama that propels the plot. Your objectives might not line up with what Lily and the gang want to do, but you're stuck with it all the same. You have to go to Aether Paradise, and you have to go through those battles. Nick is in the same situations. Even if Nick said or did a few different things, the outcome would have stayed the same. Gatsby believes Daisy no longer loves him, and he dies. Daisy is the reason he keeps going, and when he loses that, he ends his life. Nothing Nick could have done would have changed that. In Pokemon, your choices not mattering, it means family drama, and you save another dimension. In Gatsby, a man dies. No restarts, no do-overs, he's dead. Well, that took a turn for the sad. I implore you all to read The Great Gatsby. None of what I said will help you on an English assignment by any means, but I hope it gave you something to think about. Thanks for watching.